This training is on using the ClinicDr Appointments report. So today is February 27th, 2019, and we just did some enhancements to this report. So we're going to start with going into the Reports menu and go into Appointments. Now the first change that we've made to this report is to change the default search criteria for date range. Previously, it showed month from today appointments as the default, and we changed that to just show today's to make the report load faster. So if you would like to change that search criteria to view more future appointments, you can change as needed, even do a custom date range. The next change that we made is the Show Next Appointment feature. When you click this and refresh your report, what that will do is it'll add an additional column to the appointments report for next appointment. So if you do have any patients that, let's see here, if we look for month to date instead of today's, if you have any patients that do not have any future appointments, they'll show up as an NA in this column. So if I just type N in the column header for next appointment, then that will show any patients who have been scheduled month to date, but do not have a next appointment scheduled. So this is a fantastic feature if you're doing marketing on existing patients who are not scheduled for future appointments. So right from here, you can go in and enter their patient file by clicking on their name, or you can have access to email and patient phone information. Now, other uses for this report, if we're running this appointments report for historical dates, are to check for patients who either no-showed or canceled or weren't checked in. So if we look in the status column, we'll notice here that some of these appointments are not checked in. Those are the nones. Some are checked in, which are arrived. We can search or sort by any of our column headers in the appointments report. So for no-shows, I can either type in the word no-show, or I can put in a question mark, which is the symbol for a no-show. And for cancellations, I can type in the word cancellation or put in an X, which is the symbol. So for example, if Ann Smith, for her 2-1 appointment, had no-showed, we'll go ahead and just indicate that this is a no-show. When we refresh our report and run this, then you'll see that she shows up there. So your appointments report is a nice frame of reference for identifying patients that were supposed to come in but didn't, so you can do follow-up. And as I had shown in the far right, there's an edit column for you to edit the appointment, and so you can make notes to that appointment, or if they weren't checked in but should have been, you can do that as well. And lastly, we're going to show here if you have a provider that prefers to have their appointments printed for the current day, you can run that for just the current day, run it for a specific provider. You can even run for specific categories. And then the print button, when you click that, that will go ahead and open up a new screen with a PDF of just your appointments for that report range. And so you can print that off for the provider. Or if you would like to export just certain details, you can use the columns to export and the rows to export function, along with the format to export and the export button to just pull up a narrowed range of data into an export, either to a CSV or a PDF. So again, we're in the clinic's appointments report. Now, every single patient file in our system also has their own patient-specific appointments report. So if we go into a patient file like John Doe, for example, and open up his patient menu and go to appointments, you'll notice that John Doe has his very own appointments report. So all the same functions are available in the patient-specific appointments report as we're in the clinic's appointments report. However, the search range is going to still be the month from today, and this will automatically show next appointment just because we're loading for a single patient. And so with the individual patient's appointments report, this is an easy and quick way to print out patient appointments for the future to give to the patient. You can customize the date range as needed, and then you have a nice output to print and provide to the patient.